The companies that were in South Africa started giving the South Africans job. Guess what?
Yeah.
They started messing up
The jobs
the
that
jobs.
they give them.
Like I saw a clip where the companies were complaining, like the restaurant companies, they give these people, they employ the South Africans as dispatch riders, right, to deliver food. Guess what? They end up eating the food.
I think this is a very big problem when it comes to credibility of logistics companies.
Yeah.
Because like you have to give us something different from what every other person has been
For real.
Offering us.
In as much as Fincart is focused on the e-commerce sectors, we have this bad logistics business and the transport sector,
Yeah.
like the Uber, where you get to order an Uber and it's saying a different price on the app. Cairo-based startup Fincart just raised a $2.8 million seed round, and it was oversubscribed. Like investors were they were rushing it. And when smart money start fighting into something early, you should know that
it's something
big. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, at first glance, Fincart sounds like every other startup, the whole AI powered platform, e-commerce solution, blah, 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 blah. But here is what they're actually doing: an operating system for e-commerce. It's not a tool, it's not an app, it's an operating system. And that distinct matters because instead of solving one problem, they're actually solving everything.
Just like using one stone to kill a lot of birds.
Perfect. They are solving everything. Let's be honest, running an online store in Africa is really, really stressing. Like you're dealing with multiple deliveries, your cash on delivery headache, delay in payment, customer messaging you 247, zero access to working capital, and it's really messy and frustrating, and it slows everything down. Do you understand? Now imagine this one dashboard where your deliveries are managed, your cash is tracked automatically, your customers are handled, and you can even get financing based on your sales. Like you can be financed based on the revenue you generate and all that. And the AI layer, that's what makes it scales very, very fast. This is not an e-commerce startup. This is an infrastructural play, right? An infrastructure where the real money is made. Because while everyone is busy building flashy brands, Fincart is building the system those brands depend on. So they are building the foundation.
Yeah.
Where all those startups.
You just have to return back to.
Yeah. So everything you're doing, anything fancy you're doing, they are the foundation, so you have to return back to them. They're already working with hundreds of merchants and they have processed massive transaction volumes. This is not hype, this is traction, and it's a very, very real traction. They are not staying in Egypt alone. They are expanding across the Middle East, North Africa, and the rest of Africa. Plus, they are already integrated with dozens of Korean companies. That's just not growth, that's networking actually taking effect, right, in real time. And let me say something, that's a little bit controversial, because most e-commerce businesses in emerging markets are built on weak foundation. Like very, very weak foundation, bad logistics, broken payment system, no real-time data. Instead of fixing each business individually, Fincart is fixing the system underneath all of them. And now this brings me back to, the whole bad logistics system. This brings me back to the whole South African issue that was going on, where the South Africans were like, oh, they are taking our jobs, and they were chasing out Nigerians and other Africans in South Africa. The companies that were in South Africa started giving the South Africans job. Guess what? They started messing up the
jobs they give them.
Like I saw a clip where the companies were complaining, like the restaurant companies, they give these people, they employ the South Africans as dispatch riders, right, to deliver food. Guess what? They end up eating the food. And
that's bad for business.
Do you get? It's crazy. And a delivery that is supposed to take 10 minutes, because of course it's like
the whole day.
It takes like the whole day. And when the delivery gets to you,
It's not. It
you're,
might not
you're receiving
go.
an empty package.
Yeah, I
You
get
get
it.
the food is not there. You're asking the South African, where's the
Where's my
food?
food?
He's telling you, what do you mean? This is
Ah,
what they give. Do you understand? And this is not only in South Africa, actually. We in Nigeria, we
it
experience
happens.
this.
It happens. I think this is not just limited to the South Africans.
No.
Something that is a general
You know
experience
why I made
with the
mention of the South?
logistic.
Yes, it's a logistics problem in
Yeah,
Africa. But why I made mention of the South African issue, because of the whole thing that happened.
yeah,
You know,
and it's like a very recent
yes, it's a very
issue.
recent issue. So during that period, I think this whole thing, dispatch thing, was happening in June. So it's just recent.
Yeah,
They employ them, all right, become security guard, and you see some of these people spoiling the bikes. I remember during the whole child deck issue, when they started employing some of the dispatch riders and the rest of them. Similar things was happening. You know, delay in delivery, food getting missing, items worth million. I remember a popular incident that happened last year where an iPhone was missing. The iPhone was, they had to track the rider, and then they got the rider. The rider had sold the phone for 1,000,000, 100,000. So they had to start tracking to who he sold the phone to. And of course, the person he sold the phone to is not is not,
it
of course, this phone was sealed,
it
everything
was
was
sold to
intact.
me.
So it
Like
was,
I have every
do you get,
legal.
receipt was given
Yeah,
and everything was, and it's crazy.
I think this is a very big problem when it comes to credibility of logistics companies.
Yes,
Because like you have to give us something different from what every other person has
for
been
real.
offering us.
And in as much as Fincart is focused on the e-commerce sectors, we have this bad logistics business and the transport sector,
Yeah.
like the Uber, where you get to order an Uber and it's saying a different price on the app, and
And then the driver
the
comes
driver comes and
and
is
is saying
negotiating
a
a whole
different
different.
thing.
I've experienced that thing a lot, and I'm very tired of it.
It's something that really needs to be fixed in the logistics
Honestly,
company,
it needs
in
to
that
be
sector.
fixed.
It's giving a lot of business people under that particular sector a very bad name.